Yeah, so here we are again. It should be episode 3 of this BattleTech playthrough. We have a mystery contract on our hands, but we chose not to immediately pursue it because we... Okay, this sometimes happens. So, Benefactor, it was back in the system we already started in, not started in, but where we were stationed at the moment, but we figured we'd go play around some more first. So now that Shadowhawk is finished, we can launch. And this is my go-to gang. He's the reserve pilot. We can train him up later. For combat. Yeah. Oh, loading screens are fun. We are well past the prologue, but I would say we are in sort of the very early stages of the game. Are some developments that needs to take place before we sort of hit the core gameplay loop, I would say. I'm not sure why it's so slow. Maybe my PC is getting old. I even moved the game over to the SSD, but sometimes... Is it Unity? Yes, it's Unity. We got them right out in the open by the windmills. These guys are amateurs. Yeah. I'm sure they are. Oh, let's reserve Decker. And let's reserve some more. Absolutely nothing to be gained by going early here. So, cannot reserve past 1. Or you can, but then you skip your... turn. Okay. So now we can do whatever. We can just send Decker in. But I think I prefer to... Okay, they have 2 vehicles. 3 vehicles and a mech. Oh. Want to have eyes on the target. It's a striker, so LRM, SRM. 20 damage, yeah. Flag. I have eyes on that striker. Engaging target. I actually hit this time. That's let's skip over to Glitch. She can also fire, so if we can get the PPC. Only 60% hit chance. Yeah, good stuff. So now we have killed 1 vehicle without taking anything in return. It's always advantages. So with her special ability and bracing, she has minus 60% damage in the forest. So that's a viable tanking strategy. Commander. Do we see? Yes, high defense 7 with his high speed and his special ability. I mean, he can still get hit, but he's in a forest at long range, so there is little chance of that actually. It's a Scorpion. No. The one has AC5, I believe. Is it? AC5 and machine gun. Yeah, it's sort of a light tank for real. I use those against my players sometimes when we play Mech Warrior, the role-playing game. Although it's been a while since we actually did that. No, you can ask why is he jumping around so much? What's the point here? It's because I get more evasion than if I walk, so it's a trade-off of this is a Galleon medium laser and 2 small lasers. That's pretty sad. Sad thing. I think I'll take out the Scorpion instead. My heat is high, but given the rate at which we are killing the enemy, I don't think that's gonna be an issue.
Roger that.
The spider has quite a bit of elevation, so I don't see me doing anything with him. There you go.
One for the scrap heap. What can I do for you? Taking the high road.
Probably not gonna shoot the PPC. No. I want to have a line of sight to him next turn. We will reserve, so if he runs around... Oh, he hasn't acted yet.
Location confirmed.
55. Might as well fire.
Weapons are go. That didn't hit.
No, I'm as surprised as you are. Now he can run around. He chose not to move. He just chose to stand in the open. Okay, yeah. That's a solution.
Standing by. Aye, aye.
Where did we hit it? We hit it in the arm, so that's fine.
Ready for orders.
Now we can do the PPC, and I mean, we can do headshot.
Time to die.
Got the leg instead.
Another hit like
That's definitely okay. I would say that the Spider is another top 4 candidate for role-playing games.
Yes, Commander. Affirmative.
This is gonna be overkill, but ammo cost nothing. Yeah, okay.
Hope we can salvage that.
So damage, if you damage an arm and there's extra damage, that goes into the side torso, and if the side torso goes, then it goes into the core, and when the core is gone, the mech is out. Same with the legs. But damage moves in towards the center, basically. This half skull, the half skull is sort of the easiest tier of encounters, so we have to progress the story to get better missions. It's always okay to sort of gain some experience, but we gain experience slower at these levels also. So let's see if there is anything special here. No, we'll take the spider chassis and get some additional loot. We took no damage, and we can see if there are any interesting missions on this planet. If there are, we can do 1 or 2, and then we can go back for the story mission. That's the plan anyway, but there was a lot of loading. I may have to restart the game, I think. Otherwise, this will get very... but let's have a look, see if we have any experience that we can actually use. So my friend Slag, I mean, he can become a better pilot. Yeah, okay.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Not
To go.
criminally important, but indirect fire penalty, she's not doing that. But the AC5 has sort of a minimum range, and with higher tactics we can offset that minimum range penalty. So she can easily shoot at things up close. That's kind of important.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Glitch needs to take her guts so she can stand and tank.
Training complete.
So she will definitely be a guts tactics girl, but she's a guts gunnery girl. And he's tactics piloting, and he's piloting whatever. Gunnery maybe. Just like to mix things up a bit.
Do for you.
Okay, so let's look at the contracts. Yeah, we only have half skull, so do we have any one that looks better? Can intercept a convoy, that can be pretty annoying. This one has a hidden supply base. Let's do the hidden supply base then. Do this. Yeah, I spared you the loading screen, but definitely need a restart. He's saying that assault on fixed defense is messy, and he's right about that, because those turrets that surround bases, they have this sensor lock capability, same as Decker. And if you're within range of that ability, or within sighting distance of one of their other units, they can fire missiles and whatever at very long range. It can be annoying, but I wouldn't overstate the difficulty here. Destroy the smuggler base, yes. So what's the good approach? We'll just run down to the road.
Position confirmed. On my way.
Is there any forest? There's a forest here. Enemy contact. It's fine.
Coordinates received. Moving out.
Location confirmed.
I think I'll turn that other guy, Medusa, into a piloting guts guy. I think that's the most useful.
Orders.
Yeah, we can reserve him. Was that a commando? Yes. Players are in early part of campaign. Players are always very afraid of commandos, because they very much have paper armor, but they can pack an awful punch. Light LRM turret. Let's take out that turret. Overkill. Maximum. Again, ammo cost nothing. Overheating is fine in this.
Standing by. On my way. Engaging.
This plus some light missiles. Long range light missiles. Long range missiles. Should do the trick. And this lady has combo shot. We can start by knocking that one out, and then we can always try. Yeah. Finally had 4 chevrons, so
Cycling for another shot.
not super likely to happen.
You go.
Now it is Decker, and can send him out here.
Engaging jump jets.
This is a locust. That's not very evasive.
Firing a full salvo.
Didn't manage to hit it though,
Negative
so
damage. Repeat. Negative damage.
yeah, we just hit the wall.
Minimal damage on that hit.
I'm sending him to spot the other long-range missile turrets, because there is one here.
What's up, boss?
Yes, double banner. Yeah, it's not hitting anything today, but that's fine. It's taking serious damage. Relevant.
Damage minimal.
As you can see, the commando can output a whole lot more damage.
Real opponent.
Why didn't they shoot my blackjack? Yes, and we had a email scream. I don't get that. Anyone forget to
Engaging target.
cool down a little bit as well?
Target destroyed. Commander. Aye aye.
Let's focus on the commando and use precision strike to boost my output a little bit.
Knowledge.
Yeah.
Hostile removed.
Like I said, paper armor.
Good to go.
We were a little bit lucky, I would say, but fair enough.
Got it.
No, multi-shot. What? That's a building, not a turret. So.
Got it.
Commander? Roger. Putting my weight into it.
Boo.
Failed to connect.
Cooling down. Yeah, you know they are in trouble when the locust. Also, this annoys me. The size difference between models is too big. Locust is smaller than a blackjack, but this is a 20-tonner and this is a 45-tonner. It's not like this one looks like it weighs 2 tons. So I have no idea why they decided to do that.
Yes, Commander.
Now, Behemoth is specialized in melee attacks, so
Putting my weight into it.
Kill confirmed, Commander.
let's do that. And again, the damage bleeds through into the center, so
Enemy.
a hit like that is quite likely to take out the bad guys. Let's have a look at the layout here. Medium building.
Engaging
Enemy
target.
structure damaged, Commander.
What can I do for you?
Regarding that
I read you, Commander.
scale thing, I don't know why they did that, but the rest of the game is kind of also not that
Roger that.
to scale, so maybe it's a visual thing to sort of
Payday.
I don't know.
Receiving you.
Decker, I think we will sprint over here. Get rid of the rest of his heat. Have a look at the light laser turret. Yeah, so basically not a real turret at all.
Engaging target. Target destroyed. What's up, boss? Copy that. Firing on target. Waiting on you, Commander.
This feels rather unnecessary.
Got it.
Have to repeat this for 2 more buildings. Why not just... Oh, there are no opposing forces, so you immediately end the scenario.
Target acquired.
Engaging target.
That's 100 damage from 4 tons of weapons. It's pretty good.
Acknowledged. Taking the shot. Target destroyed. I hear ya. Here we go.
I missed. Yeah, there's also room for improvement. Would think a small mech and a big building that's not moving would be... The hit chance would be different, but no.
Target.
Orders. Locking on.
15 damage.
Good to go.
Can you do 15 damage for me, lady? Yes.
Time to bug out. Get to the LZ for extraction.
Yeah. And this was added in a DLC before... When the game initially launched, you had to extract,
Mission successful.
even if there were no enemies left. Very annoying. Oh! Another mission successfully completed. And after this, I will definitely restart the game in the hopes of speeding it up. I had some money bonuses here. I don't care about the local pirate organization. I got 3 vehicle kills, 2 mech kills. Nice. So, commando it is then. Yeah, I can see some lore and tips in the corner here. So always the Draconis combine. Always the combine. No, let's look at the contracts again. I don't want to chase down a convoy, do I? As you can see, that is actually a bit... This is an escort mission. They are pretty annoying. But we will actually look at the mech bay. Is there anything we can do to improve any of our mechs? I don't want to take off anything. But I can take off the small laser and the medium laser. But we are still overweight. It's purely a sniper. And I don't want to take off the 4 jump jets, 4 heat sinks. That will make things even more awkward. But yeah, I think it's fine. How did it start? What if I remove 2 heat sinks? 1 heat sink. Ah, of course, I'm overweight. Yeah, right. I knew that. Yeah. I just zoned out just for a moment. Very thin torso armor. This is better.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
The spider is fine. So contracts. Let's go back to Bellerophon and talk to the benefactor.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
Course plotted.
Job's done, Commander.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else for you, my friend. I don't have any special equipment and okay, let's think about it. This one, it runs too hot too quickly. So let's drag off a couple of lasers. We have enough ammo. Everything else is okay. This will improve the heat efficiency quite considerably. We can't have more jump jets, but we can definitely be more tanky. For some reason, armor doesn't take time and is
I wrapped up that job.
practically free. Yeah, we're gonna considerably upgrade the armor of this thing. Arms, we have nothing in the arms. 40, that's a large laser. 50, that's PPC.
Logged in.
That work order you submitted
Yeah,
is
yeah.
complete.
This is not really possible in real BattleTech. You can't fully customize your mechs like this. But this is a computer game and it's part of the fun to be able to build your own designs.
Undocked from jump ship. We're clear. We've entered orbit, Commander.
Cutscene. Anna Maria Zentrella. Yes, they are the ruling house of Canopus. This isn't a traditional contract and she doesn't want Comstar asking questions. That's the phone company, if you didn't know. And not the mercenary review board either. Have I piqued your interest, Commander? Certainly, Lady Centrella. We wouldn't be here if you hadn't. Pleased to hear it. Relatively simple recovery job. In exchange for services, I will pay down the interest on your rather sizable loans and buy you the breeding room you've been looking for. Yeah. Are we recovering this? An enormous dropship. Doesn't look like something that should land on a planet, so is it really a dropship? One of only 2 ever made. For over 200 years it's been lying in state on Axylus, a pirate moon in the heart of the frontier. I want her and you're going to bring her to me. It's a big ship. And she looks half cannibalized. Mech tech, not aerospace engineer. I don't think... Yeah, it doesn't look space-worthy. But she has a plan for that an engineering team led by Farah Murad. And a jump shift waiting for you at Alloway. It will carry you to the pirate moon. Will you clear a path to the crash sites? Blah, 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 blah. Can handle the job. Yeah, we know all about it. Do the job well enough, there will be more work. Brilliant. We can handle anything you throw at us, Lady Centrella. I aim to prove that to you on Axylus. Very well. Yeah, so when we feel like we're ready, we can go to contracts and we can pick the Axylus mission. Or we could go somewhere else. But I don't really have anywhere else to be, so let's go to Axylus.
Engines primed. All hands prepare for transition to thrust gravity. Docking sequence commencing.
Can try. Oh, banging noises, another random encounter, random event, I mean. A behemoth is doing stuff. Now, supposedly we can be fined for making changes to the internal walls of my dropship. Who's gonna inspect it? Who's gonna issue the fine? I don't know, but we're gonna set aside 20 grand. And we get a morale bonus. Nice. Can hit escape a lot, but you're sadly forced to watch this.
Disengaging from junction.
I've got the financial report.
Yeah, and we have another financial report, but we were able to round up some money, so we are still in the black. And yeah. This is why you don't want too many extra mechs and too many extra pilots, because they will just drain money from you. One would think that this one and fuel and docking fees and all of that would be a drain on your finances, but no.
Now entering synchronous orbit.
Proceed. Doesn't appear on any maps. How do we intend to get there? Uncharted space. So we used a pirate point, which doesn't necessarily have anything to do with pirates, but instead of jumping into the relatively distant parts of the solar system when there is no perceptible gravitic field, we have jumped sort of close to a planetary body, but in a spot where the gravity of various planetary body cancel each other out, like sort of like a Lagrange point or something like that. Yeah. Well, anyway, we're here now, so let's move forward. The job to discuss. Argo's crash site is here. Everything around it belongs to a self-styled bandit queen called Grim Sybil. Okay. Yeah. I also found it mostly laughable, not so scary. She defenses, strong anti-air, little ground-based, lots of vehicles, define light battle mech activity. Spoiler alert, it's not that light actually. So they have something bigger, that's Grim Sybil's mech. What else do you have on Grim Sybil before today? I'd never heard of her. Yeah, I hadn't either. Sybil mostly stays put on Axylus, blah blah blah, pirate gangs, pirate Tortuga dominions. This is getting a bit laughable, but okay. That's another mini kingdom run by pirates, I guess. And oh, it has such a fierce reputation that her nickname is Lady Death. Okay. What do you expect, Yang? They're pirates, not poets. Yeah. Fun. Trevelyan and Sybil had a falling out, so Sybil went to this shithole. Okay. The pirates have vehicles and turrets and a few battle mechs. Got it. Keep going. Radar guided anti-air, blah 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 blah. Okay, so we have to take care of the radar towers. Okay. And then, yeah. Don't think too much about that. Something that's been crashed on the moon for 200 years would not be flyable. That's okay. Yeah. That's enough talkie-talkie. Let's deploy. Again, I saved you from the loading screen, so let's begin mission.
Command interface initiated.
If you want, you can prep for this mission by adding some extra heatsink to your mech, because it's airless, so heat dissipation is much reduced. It's like the desert, but actually even worse. That's a cool twist. So we have these towers, 2 of them, we need to blow them up. We have some mechs, and there are also plenty of turrets, but we can blow up the generators as usual. So we'll do that, and then we'll go inside this area and, yeah, do whatever.
Orders. Roger that.
Yeah. You can go around the flank if you want, but I don't see the point. Oh. Now reserving, because vehicles are very bad. No, I didn't want to do that.
What's up, boss?
Decker will move forward.
No one else singing this. Wake up, you idiots. We've got company.
That's true.
They're driving giant battle mechs. We can't fight against.
Any more objections? Good. Get out there and fight.
So in this case, actually, it would have been better to just... No, but it doesn't look like I can get any angle on the generators just yet, so I can take out this...
Target.
Yes, Commander. Locking on.
A little bit of overkill, but that's fine.
That turret is gone. Good to go.
This lady can sprint.
Good to go. Coordinates received. Firing.
Yeah, I have a vehicle on the flank here, but that's pretty irrelevant, I would say.
Engaging target.
45 points left.
Ready for orders. Don't need to tell me twice.
To her. No, 15. Okay. Not even close. Yeah, there goes all the turrets. So
Payday!
much better to just go in here,
Commander.
right down their throat, I would say. See if we can hit it. Did, but we didn't. We're missing 10 points of damage. It's fine. We have up armored the spider. It was partially in preparation for this scenario, because if we want to run him up front to...
Waiting for orders. On the move. Locked on for physical attack.
Oh, it didn't penetrate. Wow. Well, it penetrated, but it didn't blow up. Can't have very many health left. 8. Oh, wow.
Good to go.
Behemoth time. Now it will go through and destroy it. Yes. Now the first vehicles you meet, they are criminally underpowered. So that's gives you a bit of a false sense of security, I would say. Let's unload. It was a much lighter vehicle, so...
Enemy unit destroyed.
Are we seeing... Yeah, we have one striker left. That should have some missiles.
Orders. Moving out. Uh-huh.
The towers aren't shooting back, so let's take out this striker first. Yeah. Don't hurt my spider, man.
Yes, Commander.
Nickel. Step on him.
Roger that. Reporting. One less vehicle.
$19 ammo, so that's more than enough. So
Engaging
just
target.
fire away.
Receiving you. Uh-huh. Waiting for orders. Target acquired.
One tower.
One less target.
Ready for orders. Confirmed. Target confirmed.
Engaging target.
AA guns are down, so now the engineering team can land. That's good. Exiting combat.
Move order received. I read you, Commander. Moving out.
A little bit of lag, so it when I'm do it very quickly,
Got it.
sounds like glitches running the spider, but that's not the case.
Heading out. Uh-huh. Standing by. Coordinates received.
Oh, this is the best music in the game. March on Axylus. Soundtrack for this game is maybe the best part of the game. Oh, that's excessive, but
Moving to position.
we use this soundtrack a lot for RPG gaming session in sci-fi settings. And the I don't remember the name of the composer. but he's done a lot of similar things. Very, very good. Package is delivered. Okay. So team is clear.
All right, people, you know what to do. Marines, clear the ship of pirates.
With pleasure, Dr. Murad.
So this is reserve time. We have put our guys in cover and with maximum evasion, so we can just wait for the enemy to make the first mistake. We of course make no mistakes. No. No, we have one mech, one vehicle, two mechs, one vehicle, and as usual, the whole point here is to
Waiting for orders.
maximize the amount of damage we can do. So, go have a look at them. So we have a Locust, have a Galleon, and we have a Jenner. And of these, I would say the Jenner is the bigger threat. Because it has lots of lasers. It runs very hot very quickly, but no, the miss is not important. The important part is to shed his...
Commander.
We can actually shoot at the Locust, 50% hit chance. I mean, why not?
Take this!
No. It did not actually take the second shot on the other guy that I tried to make it do. Very sad. But then again, I failed to get a good angle on the Jenner anyway, so whatever. Let's just kill the Locust then.
All weapons committed.
But we spread it around.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Standing by. On my way.
There you go. Fight the fireworks.
Target neutralized.
Get some ammo storage. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Light damage. Holding firm.
Orders? On it. Putting my weight
Good evasion, and I have his flank and back protected, and he gets to step. A pretty decent attack, I would say. Yeah, as you can see, it does a lot of damage for a light mech, or a semi-light mech. Not that light. So Blackjack has high defense. This has only one. This has moved. This has moved, but chose to just not be smart about it. So
I copy.
go over on the flank. Couldn't actually hit with the main gun. That was unfortunate, but you can see it already took a whole lot of damage. But he hit me. Thank you, game. Oh, I have jumped on top of something. I didn't even realize. I'm standing on top of this rock. Okay, yeah. Let's take out this guy.
Weapons committed.
He just doesn't have the armor to fight.
Enemy mech destroyed.
This guy has not taken any damage at all, so it's fine. evasion. Maybe I hit the wrong button when I think about it. This was what I was trying to do. Oh, light mech and PPC. Oh my god, it hit through the roof there.
Down.
That was surprising. That was...
The pirates have Alpha Squad pinned down in the Argo's main hallway. Bravo Squad is holding the door to engineering, but you better hurry up.
Sergeant? Talk to me.
Want some evasion.
Acknowledged.
Also, we want to get a shot off. Straight in the middle. It's almost dead. The blackjack can definitely manage to finish it off.
Enemy mech destroyed.
It's
What's happening?
not really a mech that we want to keep, so... fine.
A little busy. The pirates are dead. But so are half of my engineers. It's an unholy mess in here. Bodies everywhere.
Proper shit show.
Flying again. I need an update.
Look, do you want me to talk or do you want me to fix the damn ship? You do your job, I'll do mine.
This, in my opinion, doesn't really make much sense.
Coolant system.
Why can't we just take the bloody moon and then repair?
On my way.
Engaging jump jets.
Copy that.
Oh no. Rimsible. So they have a Shadowhawk and they have a quick draw. Quick draw is somewhat a glass cannon. Something of a glass cannon. He says it's in poor condition. It has quite a bit of firepower and speed, but it's in that odd 60-ton range, neither heavy nor medium. So I think we'll reserve for now.
Confirmed.
I put mine back in cover, so now they have moved, so now I can move forward. Start by bringing him out. So we have a shot at the quick draw. It has 2. So then I will instead use the sensor lock. Haven't used it thus far, but in this case it's it gets sensors impaired, so it has less of a chance of hitting me.
Standing by.
How on earth did it have this much heat after several turns stationary? That's extremely odd. Huh.
Affirmative.
Let's put some damage in. Same, didn't he shed any heat at all? What?
Engaging target.
That was very strange. And also,
Moving to position.
yeah, spreading fire normally not that smart, but
Standing by. All weapons are go.
Commander? Affirmative.
That's more like it.
Everything I've got. Ready for orders.
I think I'll reserve actually. Oh, it chooses to. That no.
Good to go.
Oh, I can. Well, do I even have a choice here? No, I don't really have a choice. Need to.
Engaging physical attack. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Waiting for orders. Roger that.
Oh, sorry.
Reporting critical hit.
So now it has way less weapons. It only has its large laser and one medium laser, I mean, and one long-range missile. So, but it can still punch. So that's bad enough, I guess. Oh. Yeah. No, it shows that kind of violence. That's nice. Now it makes sense for Behemoth to go in for a... No. Behemoth, I said. You can see by the color here what sector they strike. This is rare. This is side.
Engaging physical attack. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Waiting for orders. Coordinates received.
This got rather messy, I would say. Probably will choose to punch since it has so little... No. Chose a rare attack. That's to my advantage.
Commander? Confirmed.
Yeah.
Warning. Armor breached.
Yeah.
Damage.
It's fine. We are doing the messy.
Roger. Targeting for physical attack.
Hmm?
No! This moon is mine! You can't...
The small laser fired into the center torso there. That's brilliant. Let's see if we can get rid of that autocannon.
Engaging target.
No. Couldn't do that.
Got it.
You might hit the head, but mostly... Yeah, we hit it with some... But mostly to get and boost in accuracy.
Moving to position. Firing a full salvo.
Can she miss a third time? How on earth did she hit the right side? Was I in the rear quarter? Yeah, probably, yeah. Now I'm suddenly not overheated, so let's take out
Waiting for orders.
All weapons committed.
I hit
Remech
everywhere but the leg. Yeah, I wouldn't say this is not a super difficult scenario, but you have to. You can get unlucky or you can get cocky, and I even started on the wrong foot here with the last two mechs because of the heat management. I was damn sure I had managed to get down to acceptable heat levels, but I clearly hadn't. The engines are online and I could have believed this story-wise if we had spent a couple months there at this base and sort of restoring the ship, but dramatic. It's gonna fly.
Mission successful.
We are so good at this, huh? We are BattleTech legends. So if you, for example, try to put enemy difficulty on high, it doesn't actually affect story missions like this, so that's the same. So it only affects other missions. And if you take down XP gain, all you have to do is take more side missions, which will probably get boring after a while. So that's why I say that it's probably just better to play it on standard or use mods. That can help, because and you can see I get 1500 XP here. That's pretty nice. So the Shadowhawk we took out with a lucky shot, so we actually get all 3 parts, so that will be enough for a full salvage. There's nothing, no special. So now we can replace that annoying little spider with the second Shadow Hawk. So yeah, that will be grand, I would say. Quite something. A good start to the game, I would say. The Shadow Hawk, especially because of its bonus melee damage, it's basically one of my favorite mechs. Especially if you can get the pilot to have oh no, what? How is this possible? They are supposed to be dead. What a twist. This could have been a more weighty moment if there had been more voice acting. This is our real client. I don't believe she needs an introduction. I'm happy to see you again, Slag, or should I say Commander? You've done well for yourself. Well, we've avoided bankruptcy, basically. That's all we've been doing for the past 3 years, but okay. Argo is on its way to Lierton. Wow. So are we happy to see her alive? Everything shown. I can't believe you're standing there. Well, I can't believe it, but that's what we're going. She was dead. Lord Madeira too, I'm sorry. No, it wasn't her dropship that got attacked. A dropship was shot down, and there was some propaganda from the Directorate, so it probably means that the Directorate knows she's alive because they didn't kill her. Or maybe they believe their own lies. Now, this is also kind of weird because I'm an old man and that grew up with BattleTech, so back in the day you sent sort of messages setting up sort of a 3D hologram real-time comms conference between the stars was actually not possible back then, but yeah, I guess it works. No, she wants us to fight. You had Centrella send us after the Argo. I'd like to know why. Testa. Sure. Ooh, product of the Star League. Yeah, it's the Argo is a cross between a dropship and a jump ship. She can't jump, but she can attach other dropships. And she can herself be carried. So more like a mobile base, a carrier, a dropship carrier. I've been hiding on Zatras. Of course, struggle. Okay, you made it off Cormadir and you found me. Let's talk about why. She wants to get her throne back and she has money, so as it happens, I like money a lot. But I assume Centrella isn't doing this out of the goodness of her heart. Yeah, so Centrella pays for this war. And in return, they gain influence over this little kingdom. It's tension between the Taurians and the Federated Sons. They're always quarreling. Okay. So it's personal. Your cause is honorable, Lady Arana. If the price is right, I think we can do business together. Also revenge. We'll buy our debt, but then we'll be tied to her. And when we are done here, your debt will be wiped clean. Cool. We'll be paid quite well. We have money to burn. Yeah, we have main character energy. That's why they want to pay us. Deal. Let's go make Montgomery proud. No, we will take more side missions and then wait for her call. No more bank stuff. They found a Centurion in the cargo hold. So wow, not only do we get the Shadowhawk, we get a Centurion. And there comes the Shadowhawk to age. So we will need to send something into the storage. So this one goes into storage.